Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Thursday morning and the comfort of my own home. I'm going to keep this one relatively brief, but I've got a couple of things that I want to talk about in relation to the version of the script that Grandma, Summerwell's grandmother, has put out there to WJHL's Ansley Daniel. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this, and I'm sure that other people have picked up on these points, but I want to talk them through, okay? Yeah, all right, let's do it. The thing that Grandma said about hoping to God that somebody, the person who took Summer presumably, wouldn't take the boys as well. And she made this reference in relation to her standing at the hedge over there. She pointed over there, standing at the hedge as the boys went over the hill to look for Summer. Well, okay, if you're that concerned that someone had kidnapped Summer at that very early stage, when they've only just realised that Summer's missing, why would you automatically think Summer had been kidnapped? Wouldn't you just think, oh, she's wandered away, she's maybe fallen over, got injured? Why would you automatically go to kidnapped? I mean, Don went straight to somebody took her and he'll never see her again and he'll see her in the resurrection and this, that, the other. Once he'd got down to the creek, when he got home, like 7 p.m, and he realised she wasn't at the creek, then he said she knew she'd gone. But it seems that Summer's grandma knew someone had took her even before that stage, right? So why would you send your children or your grandchildren into imminent danger? Now, she said she was watching them. Okay, well, if she was watching them, then she would have seen someone take them if they were going to come and take them. I just think it's strange that you'd automatically go to somebody's going to take the boys as well, or might take the boys as well at least. It gives me the vibe that they have an idea. Perhaps they have an idea of who might have taken her. That's one way to look at it anyway. Of course, this could be an assessment of the situation after the fact. Like, she didn't really think that on the day. You know, perhaps they were just panicking because they couldn't find her on the yard or in the house. And they were starting to panic. That's understandable. But given all these months, it's nearly 9 months now, given all of these months that have passed, given that clearly Candice, Grandma and Don, before he went to jail, know what's been going on YouTube, and they know some people have said, why did Candice send her boys down to the creek to look for Summer if she thought there was an abductor on the loose? Why would the boys be any safer? You know, not knowing who it was, you know. Why would the boys be any safer? Well, they might be a little bit safer because they're that bit older and there's 3 of them together. But maybe Grandma's just inserting that after the fact to maybe kind of quell some of that. I don't know. There's explanations anyway. I just think it's a really strange turn of phrase to use. But the second thing that I want to talk about, I think, is more important than that. And that is this nap that Grandma alleges to have had. So she says that once they put the groceries away, which the boys and Summer helped with, she went into her camper for a nap. And then it was when she came back out that Candice saw her sitting on the steps of the camper, looking at these cacti, thinking that they need to be repotted. Well, Candice never mentioned that her mother went in for a nap. So why would she not mention that? Maybe because Candice didn't notice. Maybe Candice went to do laundry as kind of one of these after the fact new things that Don inserted into the timeline. The TBI said, you know, Candice, you're going to have to think exactly what you did. You know, there's too much time missing. And she came up with laundry. Well, laundry doesn't take that long. You, like, literally, you put it in the machine and you leave it, and then you get it out when it's finished, and then you put it in a dryer maybe. It doesn't take, you're not having to scrub it, you know, like in the olden days. She's not taking it down to the creek to wash it by hand, is she? No. She's got a washing machine in her kitchen. You can see it in some of the shots. Maybe Grandma did go in for a nap. Well, how long is this nap? You know, some people can have a 20-minute power nap and feel bright and breezy, right as rain. And maybe it wasn't a 20-minute power nap. I think she's lying. The reason being is because we have heard from Grandma before. We haven't heard her given an interview to the media, but we've got two different people who alleged to have spoken to her. Firstly, Crime Stories Obsessed, Emma. Some texts that were sent like August time between Grandma and Emma. And I believe that really was Grandma. I know I'm convinced it was Grandma, because in those texts she mentioned that Summer's favourite candy was peppermint. And in the interview with Ansley Daniel, she said, peppermint is Summer's favourite candy. Who would know that other than Grandma and Candice? I don't think even Don would know that. So it either had to be Grandma or Candice that was communicating. I believe it was Grandma. But she didn't mention a nap when Emma asked her what was her version of events. She never mentioned a nap. She never mentioned a nap at all. However, a little bit later, I think it was September sometime, there was a friend of Grandma who allegedly talked to Critical K. And in this version of events, which a lot of people believe, right, it's over the months, and it's kind of come up, it's relatively recently, it made a resurgence, because it definitely implicates Don and Candice, so, you know, it's kind of an interesting theory. I did a video about it back in September, way back in September, when this news first came out. This bit is hearsay, because it's not directly from Grandma, but let's talk it through. So she said that she went for a nap after the planting of the flowers. Or did she even mention planting of the flowers? But anyway, she went in for a nap. Summer wasn't feeling well. So Candice was going to take Summer to the hospital. Does anybody remember this story? Candice was going to take Summer to the hospital, but she was going to meet Don, so Don could take her. When Candice returned and Grandma came out from her nap, Summer wasn't with her. So the last time that Grandma saw Summer was when she went off with Candice. So we've got three different versions of this script from Grandma. So which one is the truth? Can't all be true. So they're all different. So which one is the truth? Or are none of them the truth? Has Grandma been muddling up her lines? Because I believe that some of what Candice has said happened probably did happen on that day. The problem is this missing time. So whoever tries to fill in this missing time doesn't do very well at it, because they're lying. Now you might say, well, when Grandma spoke to Ansley Daniel, you know, she's getting on a bit in years. She's not that old, guys, come on. It's not like she's in her 80s. Maybe she's just forgot the order of events. Well, possibly. Easy to muddle up order of events. Maybe they planted the flowers first and then she went in for a nap. I mean, she even said, we came out. We came out. Not Lee, as some people are saying. She said, when we came out. Turn on your CC, closed captions. Play it. Play the interview. It's we. It's definitely we. She said we came out. So she had a nap and then we came out. Was that both Grandma and Candus coming out at the same time? Had they both had a nap? Planting the flowers came first. They both had a nap. Then when we came out, some had gone. Maybe that's what she should have said. Maybe that's closer to the truth. Whichever, Grandma's opened a whole new can of worms, and it doesn't get any better. It doesn't fill in the missing time. It just muddies the waters even further. I wish Ansley had said, well, how long were you asleep? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm hopefully going to be outside tomorrow. The wind isn't too bad today, so yeah. I'll speak to you very soon. Bye, guys.